And now, for something entirely different, we'll begin the new year, January the 11th of '06, with a rendition of balladry poetry, Yukon Jake. Oh, the North Country is a hard country that mothers a bloody brood. Its icy arms hold hidden charms for the greedy, the wicked, and the lewd. Where good men rust from the gold and the lust that sears the Northland soul, but the wickedest born from the Cape to the Horn is the hermit of Shark-Tooth Shoal. Now Jacob Came was the hermit's name in the days of his pious youth, ere he cast his smirch on the Baptist church by betraying a girl named Ruth. But now men quake at Yukon Jake, the hermit of Shark-Tooth Shoal, for that is the name that Jacob Came is known by, from Nome to the Pole. He was just a boy in the parson's joy, ere he fell for the gold and the muck, and he learned to pray with the hogs and the hay on a farm near Keokuk. But a service tale of illicit kale, of whiskey and women wild, drained the morals clean as a soup tureen from this poor but honest child. He longed for a bite of the Yukon night and the northern lights' weird flicker, or a game of stead in the frozen mud and the taste of red, raw liquor. He longed to mush along in the slush with a team of husky hounds, or fire his gat at a beaver hat and knock it out of bounds. So he left his home for that hell-town Nome on Alaska's ice-ribbed shores, and he learned to curse and drink and worse till the rum dripped from his pores. When the boys on a spree were drinking it free in a Malamute saloon, and Dan McGrew with his dangerous crew shot craps with a piebald coon. When the kid on the stool banged away like a fool at a ragtime melody, and the barkeep vowed to that hard-boiled crowd that he'd cremate Sam McGee. Then Jacob Came, who had taken the name of Yukon Jake the Killer, would rake the dive with his .45 till the atmosphere grew chiller. With a sharp command he'd make 'em stand and deliver their hard-earned dust, then drink the bar dry of rum and rye, as a Klondike bully must. Without coming to blows, he would tweak the nose of dangerous Dan McGrew, then becoming bolder throw over his shoulder the lady known as Lou. Oh, tough as a steak was Yukon Jake, hard-boiled as a picnic egg. He washed his shirt in the Klondike dirt and drank his rum by the keg. In fear of their lives, or because of their wives, he was shunned by the best of his pals, and outcast he from the camaraderie of all but wild animals. So he bought him the whole of Shark-Tooth Shoal, a reef in the Bering Sea, and he lived by himself on a sea lion's shelf in lone iniquity. But miles away in Keokuk, Iowa, did a ruined maiden fight to remove the smirch from the Baptist church by bringing those heathens light. And the elders declared that all would be spared if she carried the holy words from her Keokuk home to that hell town Nome to save those sinful birds. So 2 weeks later she took a freighter for that gold-cursed land near the pole, but heaven ain't made for a lass betrayed. She was wrecked on Shark-Tooth Shoal. All hands were tossed in the sea and lost, all but the maiden Ruth, who swam to the edge of a sea lion's ledge, where abode the love of her youth. He was hunting a seal for his evening meal. He handled a mean harpoon, when he saw at his feet not something to eat, but a girl in a frozen swoon, who he dragged to his lair by her dripping hair, and he rubbed her knees with gin. To his great surprise, she opened her eyes and revealed his original sin. His 8 months' beard grew stiff and weird. It felt like a chestnut burr, and he swore by his gizzard in the Arctic blizzard that he'd do right by her. But the cold sweat froze on the end of his nose till it gleamed like a Tekla pearl, and the dark hair fell like a flame from hell down the back of the grateful girl. But a hopeless rake was Yukon Jake, the hermit of Shark-Tooth Shoal, and the dizzy maid he re-betrayed and wrecked her immortal soul. Then he rowed her ashore with a broken oar, and he sold her to Dan McGrew for a husky dog and hot eggnog, as rascals are wont to do. Now ruthless Ruth is a maid uncouth, with scarlet cheeks and lips, and she sings rough songs to the drunken throngs that come from the sailing ships. For a rouge-stained kiss from this infamous miss, they will give up a seal's slick fur, or even a sable, if they are able. It's much the same to her. Oh, the North Country is a hard country that mothers a bloody brood. Its icy arms hold hidden charms for the greedy, the wicked, and the lewd, where good men rust from the gold and the lust that sears the Northland soul, but the wickedest born from the Cape to the Horn is the hermit of Shark-Tooth Shoal.
The end.
The end.